key to the market today that I would say it's worth exploring moving now versus later. But that doesn't mean that we're selling at, we're not selling at premiums, let's say, because of that. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes total sense.
Yeah, but I mean, I would say if you think that you can get out, if your timeline allows, because based on what Nick told me was, your wife has to stay here for a certain period of time, right? Like, there's
we're trying to get her scheduled for hip surgery.
yeah. So there was a certain period of time that, you needed to stay, but, we're happy. I mean, if you think that you can turn that timeline up and you can move a little bit sooner, I think it would be wise to explore that. I don't want to make any promises that, like, hey, if you sell today versus, 6 months from now, you're going to sell for more money. What I can say is the people who are selling today, it's a much easier sale than 6 months ago. That is for sure, right?
Okay.
I mean, that I can. I'm just really careful. No one has a crystal ball, right? And I don't want to make, I don't want to make false promises and stuff, right? So that's what I would say. Maybe you and your wife ought to talk about, okay, if we did leave sooner than next year, what would that look like?
Yeah, it's going to be tricky, but I'm trying. I'm trying to put all the pieces together. So
For sure.
that's all. And I also want to let you guys know that we're definitely getting out of here. It's just really hard to put the timeline together. I mean, if I had my choice, I'd have been gone a long time ago.
Yeah. I mean, I would say there's a lot of people who say that, right? And it's just hard, So I mean, and I want to say thank you so much for the referral. Be on the lookout tomorrow. We're going to send you something as a thank you that we always send to people who refer us business, because I mean that's how we stay in business. So I appreciate that very much. I'm bummed that I didn't find that out sooner, and like I said, I asked Megan and Scott immediately, hey, who referred you to us? They said someone at work, and they couldn't get me the name, and so I asked them twice, once on the phone when they initially called, and then once we met in person, and I forgot to ask them again later on. So,
I don't know why they didn't tell you, other than the fact that I know that at least I see Megan more than I see Scott, and I know Megan has been completely overwhelmed by this entire process.
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard to move. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I know. Well, I did it once. I moved from the East Coast to the West Coast in 1984, so I've already done one big move.
Yeah.
This is going to be my last one.
I hope so, right?
That's right. All right, Steve. Well, thank you.
Absolutely. You call me if you need anything, okay?
I will. And the number I called on that's just an office line, right?
Yeah, but Nick and I both have access to it.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just trying to keep my numbers straight.
Yeah,
right.
No worries.
Thank you.
No worries at all. We'll talk to you later.
We'll talk soon.
Okay. Bye.
Press 1 to answer Steve Bell.
Hey Jim, how's it going?
Not so good.
What's going on?
Well, I just got a document to sign, a repair document for, looks like $6,100, including, not to mention the one that we also signed for the $1,000 credit.
Yeah, as we discussed, you signed the original request along with our response, and I haven't had a chance to update you, but they agreed to our response, so they are agreeing to the $1,000 credit. So all you're doing is initialing confirmation of that. But just like when we signed the first time, we are confirming